If you've ever wanted to hide part of a drawing without actually deleting or trimming anything, the wipeout command is one of the easiest ways to do it. It lets you create a mask over unwanted geometry while keeping everything underneath completely intact. In this video, I'll show you how to create a wipeout, adjust its boundary and control whether the frame is visible, and use it properly within your AutoCAD drawings. Stick around to the end and I'll show you a trick on how to create a circular wipeout. Let's get into it. This here is an elevation for a house, and currently you may have noticed that it has gutters shown in pink, but no downpipes. Typically, I find that beginners will simply draw in their rainwater pipes the same way they would anything else, with the line tool or the rectangle or polyline tool. Something like so. The issue with this is that once drawn, you need to start trimming details from within the rainwater pipe, such as the hatch and the fascia, and this can become quite time intensive if you're drawing a lot of pipes. And this is where the wipe comes in. Instead of using the trim tool, I'm simply going to type in wipe, and here I can select the corners of the wipeout boundary and press enter to confirm. Once confirmed, you'll see that everything inside of our newly drawn boundary has now been masked. Alternatively, if you decided to use a rectangle when you drew your downpipe, a bit like so, I'll just delete the lines that were previously there. If you used a rectangle to draw your downpipe, that means I've already created a polyline, which simply means a few lines have been joined together, and you can see this by simply clicking on one of the lines in the polyline group and the other lines will highlight at the same time. So what's so special about the polyline then? Well, if I pull out the wipe command once again, and before I begin to draw, you can see the word polyline within the command bar at the bottom of the screen. By either clicking this or pressing P and spacebar, we're now given the choice to click on a polyline, and after choosing my downpipe, I'm given the choice to erase the original shape with yes or no, and I'll click yes, so the only geometry is the wipe itself. And as you can see, this is a lot faster than drawing and trimming, and what's even better is that now I can have a wipe on screen and I can actually begin copying and pasting it the same way I would any other kind of geometry, and of course this is much faster. Now you're probably not wanting to just draw boring old gutters using this technique, so allow me to show you another use for the wipe command. Below this elevation I have a wall. It's fairly simple, and much like before, if I was to go and move this in front of my house, here I'd still see everything that should be hidden behind it. What a beginner AutoCAD user would have done in this position is likely highlight the wall and then start trimming out the window behind it. This makes it awkward to edit the features behind the wall down the line, since the window is no longer complete. So of course we can simply apply a wipe command to the edges of the wall to mask everything behind it, and this is one that I made earlier. As you can see, I have a wipeout and then I have all of the details highlighted above it. If I send it to the back, you'll see it gets hidden by the mask. So I've just took all the details, not highlighting the mask, and bringing it to the front. We can simply apply the wipe like so to the edges of the wall and move it above to where it should be. And this wall now masks everything behind it, making it much easier to edit this window down the line if need be. The last thing I want to touch on here is how to go about creating a circular wipeout. But before I do that, let me show you how to create a wipeout without any frames. So this here is a very standard wipeout, and we have our pink line since this is the layer that I use to draw it. Now you could use possibly the def points layer and that won't print, but you'll still see the line. So the way to go about removing the line entirely is if you type in wipe and then the wipeout frame command will come up. You can click on that and then set this value to 0, whereas it's currently 1. After setting it to 0, you'll see this wipeout boundary has gone, as well as all of the other ones that are within the drawing. And I'll show you that here. So this won't only apply to a single wipeout, it will apply to all of them. And if you want to turn on the frame again, just go to the wipeout frame command and set the value to 1. It takes a moment, but when it reloads, as you can see, the frames are visible. So now let's get on to the last thing that I wanted to touch on, and that is how to go about creating a circular wipeout. My first thought would be to use the polyline function that I've already shown you on a circle, but as you can see, this doesn't work. To get around this, instead of using a circle, we're actually going to be using a polygon with a very high number of sides to mimic the shape of a typical circle. I've got 60 sides here, and then I'm going to select the center, inscribed in circle. Now I'm just going to delete the original circle, and you can see that it looks almost exactly the same while looking for here. But if I highlight it and zoom in, what it actually is that you've created is completely made of straight lines, exactly what the wipe command likes. So now if I use the wipe command with the polygon tool, I can select the polygon and erase the original line, and I'm left with just a wipe in the shape of a circle that masks the background behind it. If you found this video helpful, then check out the other tutorials on my channel. I'm sure there's other valuable tutorials for you.